Hey guys, welcome back to Raid Shadow Legends. In today's video, it finally happened for me. This account has been my most unlucky account that I've done a playthrough on in terms of souls, and I want to give a suggestion. Like, obviously, you know, it probably ain't gonna happen, but I finally, in the shop here, got my Tholen Foulbeard's first soul. I've been checking this every time after it refreshes twice a day. I've been popping all my souls. If you look at my soul collection, you can see that's what we've got so far. And I really think it would be a massive, like, just a massive thing for newer players, because the one thing I do think Raid is conscious of is the new player experience. When a game is so old, making the game enjoyable for new players is such an important thing on getting new players in. They do that with the download links, which are amazing. They do that with, you know, the code champions, which are obviously amazing. And I do think this is a really good new player experience considering how old the game is. I would love to see it where in the Soul Merchant, maybe you get to select one legendary, one epic, and one rare or something that pops up in here when you first unlock it, so that you can get just a 1-star soul for the champions that you really want them on first up. Obviously, we do have chases that come along. Now, I believe the Lemonese chase is over for new accounts, like they don't get this anymore, but we do have the chase champions, which obviously you can get their 2-star soul in 2 weeks, and then you get up to a 5-star soul, which is fantastic. But I think for players who don't have that or aren't using those champions, it would be so fantastic, and not even giving it to them for free. Like, just allow it to select one champion that appears for each rarity in the store, so that you can purchase it with the currency that you still have to use. That would be like my bare minimum that I would love to see, because like I said, this account is now into day 26. We've just entered day 26 of login. We're still on day 25 of play. And it just felt like the tedium of trying to get a single bloody soul for one of my champions that I'm actually using has been so tedious. So I would love to see something like that, because it does make a massive, massive difference. Like, if you, like, getting your first like soul on a legendary champion that can then get Brimstone is massive. Now, sometimes, you know, the recommendation may not be for Brimstone on a legendary champion, but when you're a new player, getting your first champion up there and taking Brimstone on them so that you can get that extra damage in Clan Boss is just so damn nice. Now, obviously, at 1-star, it's not going to have the most, you know, impactful chance. It's a 15% chance. But if you've got multi-hitters, that can go up quite quick. Now, obviously, when you get those login champions where you end up with a 5-star soul, well, you get a protected smite that can't be cleansed at a 60% chance. Once again, multi-hitter is going to increase that chance. But once again, I really do think them giving us some way to get those souls more reliably on just like one champion or 2 champions that we want would be absolutely fantastic. But that's just a little something I wanted to highlight in this video before we go in general, because like I said, souls, like on my other accounts, I must have just been super lucky, and I like had at least 1-star soul for like every champion I was using by this stage. And this one, I've just been absolutely on the slog trying to get one. And the other thing it does is, like, even for your epic champions, if you get the soul, you're getting, you know, the HP increase as well. So, you know, we're getting an extra 4,500 HP just for 1-star soul, which is a really nice survivability boost when we're trying to look to progression and stuff like that. Now, I want to give you guys a quick update on the accounts. We are level 50 now. Can I just say something that is absolutely diabolical? Is the progression reward for hitting level 50 is still a rare skill tome. What the actual fuck? Like, that is crazy to me. Absolutely diabolical. It hits me hard every time I get to level 50 on an account. I'm like, bro, how, like, don't even give me a red dot for that shit. Like, it is such a bad prize. Like, I'm surprised level 100 isn't a rare skill tome. It's crazy. Like, give me silver. Give me 1 million, 2 million silver. Way better reward. But hey, it is what it is. But we did hit level 50. Meaning I have unlocked the live arena. Another thing is, you can see here I've got the quick travel down the bottom. Now, the fact that this doesn't unlock until level 50 is crazy, because I think that's another great new player experience thing. Being able to quick travel to your farming stage. I feel like that should unlock like as early as possible, but like, you know, when people are still progressing. So maybe like level 30 to 35 would be a good time for that to unlock, because literally you pretty much normally just come in here to go to 12-3 and farm some experience. So I would love that to come in early. Like I said, it's only just come in for me on this account now, but hey, it is what it is. Now, the other thing that we did get done on this account is I just claimed her, and that is Plarium points. You can see we're into the next phase of it, but we did get out, don't know why I clicked that. We did get ourselves the Morag. So I'm in the process of leveling up my Morag. Once I get her 6-star, which you can see I'm pretty close to on the food, but once I get her 6-star, then I am going to jump in and I'm going to try some Nightmare Clan Boss, see what kind of damage I can do. Obviously, we're not, you know, giga set up for it, but that is going to be the end team that I want to use, which is Tholen, Lightsworn, Tagoar, Deacon, and Morag. And I want to see how this can go. I want to see if we can get some decent nightmare damage. At the moment, with these four and using Madam Serris, who doesn't really contribute a ton, she can sometimes, you know, get that extra attack break, which is handy. But yeah, with those guys, I'm doing about, I think I did 15 million on Brutal. So maybe we can creep that up. Let's have a look at my Brutal score. Yeah, okay, 16.49 million on Brutal. So I'm hoping once I get Morag built up, you can see there, oh, that one I actually had the Apothecary because I had to do the mission with the rare champion, but Apothecary is completely ungeared. So that was even more scuffed than when I bring in the Madam Serris. So, and he's unskilled as well. So yeah, I'm hoping that once I get Morag built up, maybe we can do around 10. Maybe we could 4-key Nightmare at this stage. That would be really nice. But I will keep you guys updated because I really want to see how we go, because that's the one I am super keen. The other thing today that I may even try and do is go in and do that Spiders 20. See if I can get that Spiders 20 done. Now that I've got the soul on Tholen, maybe that is going to be enough to where I can actually get it done. I have no idea. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, that's an experiment. But keep in mind, on this account, we still don't have masteries done. So if we look at our masteries, we've still got plenty of masteries to go. So obviously, once I get masteries, and obviously do her as well, that is going to be a big damage increase for my team, getting, you know, my War Masters on everyone. So there is a lot of progression I feel like I'm going to have in these next few days of this account. And I'm really excited to see how far we can push. Because once again, we did craft this download link of the Lightsworn, Tagoar, Deacon, and the Mausoleum Mage. Now, Mausoleum Mage is just our clutch cleanser. I haven't needed him as much in progression because we've got the defense buff out of our Lightsworn. So Mausoleum Mage is going to be there primarily for Doom Tower stages where we need cleansing, and also for dragons. He's going to be fantastic over there. He's great in Ice Golem, all stuff like that. So he will be the next 6-star after I do Morag. But you know, these champs, they have just carried so hard, and I feel like they've done a fantastic job through the entire game. Now we throw Morag into that mix, I feel like we are cooking something over here. So I will keep you guys updated with how this one goes. But like I said, finally managed to get that bloody soul, because it has been eluding me like crazy. Now, we do have the event going on for 7 more hours. I don't think I'm going to get there. I really wanted to get this epic book because I do need more epic books. We were forced to max skill our Tagoar, which kind of sucked. And then we have to get the skill 3 maxed out, we had to max out all the other 2 skills over here on Deacon Armstrong as well. And so the next one I want to do is Lightsworn. I want to get this upgraded, and I want to get this upgraded because I need the 3-turn cooldown essentially here. This one, I hope we get none into it. Let's go ahead and slap this in, and let's see how this goes. Boom. What do we get? Ooh, that's a nice first one to get. Okay, we got that. Now we've got to win the 50-50 4 times and save ourselves some books, because after we get him done, the next one we are going to want to do is the Morag over here. Obviously get the cooldown reductions over here. You know, get the cooldown reduction on this bad boy. The damage on this is actually going to be decent as well, because she is going to be one of my damage dealers. She's going to be on a crit defense build, and so hopefully we can get some work out of her there as well. Do I have materials? I have no materials to ascend her. That kind of sucks. Can I mix 20? I can mix 20. All right, we're good. We can ascend her, but we're obviously going to only ascend her to 5-star because we are on the waiting for the Arbiter mission, and we're not going to ascend her to 6-star until the Arbiter mission tells us to. Same with the Apothecary, same with her, and then also same with the Mausoleum Mage. They are for the Arbiter missions. But that is the update on the account, guys. I'm really excited for this next day or so of play. I feel like we're going to get a good chunk of progression. And as always, thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Cheers.